Hello and welcome back to the I Am Hungry podcast. This is the what do we, is it the we were just talking about this, but it's the kind of season finale, not really.
Finale of the podcast.
Even though we've been sort of like here and there with our episodes throughout the year, but thanks for listening if you are. I'm back home. School year's ended for me. What about, are you back home?
No, I am still in Tucson. I have my last finals on the 13th, so in a few days.
Really? You guys end
Yeah.
late then. What the heck?
I know. I think it's just ASU is slacking. You guys are like
ASU slacking? What do you mean?
ASU slacking.
Well, how are we
It
slacking
ended
when?
like a week and a half before us, and we started at like the same time.
So how
like
is
a
that
few days.
slacking? How is it slacking?
You guys are like your professors like or your whatever the school's like we'll give them a break. They need
Dude, what are you
you.
talking about? We didn't have any breaks. We had zero breaks at all. I was dying over there. I was like, please give me a break. Shit.
I guess so you guys didn't have like you didn't have spring break and you didn't get like any kind of substitute, right?
No, we had one day.
Okay.
That was like our mental health day, and then
Yeah.
but we still had like hella homework due that day.
Oh yeah. So like we had basically took our spring break and then got rid of it and then made it reading days. So we had 5 reading days spread out over the course of the semester. But it was like you said, like I still had labs and stuff and homework. So
Yeah.
but I guess that so we did have like a little bit technically more breaks. So that could explain some of the discrepancy. But yeah, I'm still here.
I'm actually going down to Tucson tomorrow. Actually,
Oh,
to
really?
see my sister
Oh,
for her
nice.
graduation.
Wait, is she going to U of A?
Yeah, she goes to U of A.
Did I know this before?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh,
But
well,
yeah,
cool.
maybe I could say hi.
Yeah. Stop by the Honors Village.
Yeah, I'll swing by. I'll try to swing by at least.
Yeah, let me know. I actually, cause like I'll probably just be here studying and
That'd be
stuff.
cool. That'd be fun.
So, yeah, actually interact in person for once.
Yeah, I'm supposed to come down like
weird.
I'm planning on leaving at like 4 or something, so I'll probably be down like 6. I'll leave a little earlier though, so I can like come say hi or something.
Yeah, that'd be
Leave
cool.
at like
Yeah, I'll be
3.
here. Yeah, I'll definitely be here. So
Dope.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Cool.
What's been happening since you got out?
What
How's
did
it
we
feel?
What did we talk about last time? Where were we last time?
I don't really remember.
I can't remember
Uh,
either.
Yeah.
But-
Audience, comment below.
Yeah, comment. Basically, finals came around. Finals were really weird for me because like they sort of just like happened. Like I wasn't really like nervous for them, and I wasn't
Yeah.
really like aware of them. They just sort of like came about, and I was like, oh, okay, this is happening now. Because
Yeah.
like for like one class I just had to write an essay. Another class was just like a little presentation. Another class was like an actual final, but it was like a super easy class that I've done well in like all semester. So I literally like this final was like 40 questions. I had like 2 hours to do it. Finished in 7 minutes and got like an 85. Like it was I was
7 minutes?
yeah.
Oh my
And I
god.
got like an 85. I didn't cheat at all either. I was just like boop 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 boop. It was all multiple choice.
Wow, that's incredibly fast.
Yeah, I needed like a 23% or something on the final
Yeah.
too. So I was just like fuck it. Like I know I'll get at least like I think I needed like 11 questions right out of 40 or something.
Yeah.
So I was like I know I'll at least like get like 11 if I just speed round it. And I ended up
That's
getting like an
sweet.
85, which is like way more than I needed. But
Nice.
it was I actually came in like hella clutch because I had like 2 C's before finals week.
Okay.
And then like somehow I had a C in human event, which is like a honors class that like all the Barrett kids have to take. And I
Yeah.
had a C in physics.
Okay.
And
then what happened?
somehow I just like clutched up, and my like the last week was like my C in physics like went up to like an 80, and then I submitted or
Nice.
it was like a 79, and then I submitted like some extra credit, and I went up to like an 80.4 or something. No, it went to 81.1. So I was like, let's
Ooh.
go. And I had already taken my final at that point, so I was like, nice. And then for my human event essay that I needed to write, it was actually really funny because I thought it was due at like 11:59 the day it was due. So I like stayed up all night the day before, like doing homework and like studying for a final I had that morning. And I looked at like it was like 4 a.m. and I was like writing my essay, but I was only like probably about like one paragraph in, and it was like 1,500 words. And I looked at like my Canvas page just real quick to make sure that like everything was right, and it said it was due at 9 a.m. I was like, fuck. I was like, no. And I just like, I don't even know what happened. Like literally, I zoned in, and somehow I wrote the entire thing in like an hour. It was crazy. I wrote like literally like 1,300 words in an hour. Like I don't even remember like what was happening. You ever like get such in like a zone?
Yeah.
That like
no,
after
that's happened with me on a few essays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like you just like pour out words. It's crazy.
and like
That's
after
awesome,
you're
though.
done, you're just sort of like, what just happened? Like,
Yeah.
like what did I just do?
Like I did that.
Yeah. So yeah, after I finished, I was sort of just like, did I just write this essay? Like, but yeah, apparently it was good. Like I got like a 95 on it, and like I was really worried about it because I had like a 79 in the class, and like there were some other grades that still needed to be put in that I knew like weren't gonna be the best. So I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
like I really need to get a good grade on this essay. And like I was kind of nervous because I was like, fuck, I just finished that in like an hour. Like I feel like I didn't really like.
Yeah.
But
And it was like 4 a.m. You said.
yeah, it was 4 a.m. I was like,
Crazy.
so, but I guess I clutched up. Like I didn't even have like a counter argument, and it specifically stated that I needed a counter argument in like the rubric, but I didn't want to go back and like change up my entire thing, so I was just like, fuck it. And but I did well, I guess. So I got
5 points off. I mean,
I ended up with like an 80.6 in the class, and I was like,
Wow.
let's go.
that's awesome. So 2 classes, like
Yeah. I really clutched up there. And then
yeah.
shout out to my lab group. If you ever hear this, Harlan, Max, and Shub, you're all the G's. Specifically Harlan. This guy straight up basically did every single lab report, like himself. I feel so bad, but like he just like he really clutched up. I had a 99 in my physics lab because of him. So.
Holy crap! Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Did you have a lab practical in your physics lab?
What is a lab practical? I don't even know what that is.
Okay, no, yeah. I think maybe we talked. I feel like this is something that we talked about in the last episode. But like, so for my physics lab, we had in-person labs every other
Mhm.
week. So the last assignment, like the final in the lab, was to come in and you didn't know what was gonna. Well, actually, you did, but like they gave you a set of questions beforehand so you could study, and then you would come in and they had equipment set up in stations, and they said, do this and you find this using the pendulum and find this using the cart and whatever, and so you had to like do experiments on your own, and then you got graded on how good your data was. So I
Okay.
had that. Yeah, but you didn't have anything like that.
We had like a final presentation in which we needed to like basically just go over the lab report and explain all the parts of the lab report to like our whole class. But
Okay.
and like we got graded on like the accuracy of our data and stuff, but we didn't.
Yeah, right.
So sort of similar, but not the same.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
But yeah, so
Good lab group.
and then it's funny because I got I got A+ in that class. I got B's in all the rest of my classes, and then I mentioned my math before on this. Like it's just an E. Like it's an absolute fail. Like I think my final percentage was a 35.
Nice.
So yeah, but I'm retaking that this summer. Like June 30th is when that starts.
And I mean, and you effectively like quasi dropped it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't drop it because it would take out another class, but you just didn't.
Yeah, I emailed the teacher. I remember I emailed the professor, and I was like, yo, so I was gonna drop this class, but I can't because physics. So I'm just not gonna be doing this anymore. And he was like, okay. And it was funny. I think I mentioned this last time, but like he was putting like reports on my fucking like my ASU thing, and he was saying like, please contact me, like please like tell me your study habits. Like you have terrible scores on all your tests. Like please tell me what's happening.
I don't think you'd. Was that after that you said that you were gonna drop
Yeah,
it?
so I don't know what he was expecting, but like,
Or you just like forgot or so just
I guess so. I mean, he has a lot of
what are you
students, but
what are you doing? Oh yeah, that's fair. I probably
also this guy was the worst teacher I've ever had in my entire life.
yeah.
He had I don't like. I guess I didn't mention it, but he had a 1.5 on Rate My Professor.
No, you did. You talked about how bad he was.
Yeah,
Like,
this
that's
guy
cool.
was literally the most ass professor I've ever had in my entire life. If you ever go to ASU and you're gonna take a math class by Adam Layton, I'm calling you out, dog. I am absolutely calling you out. If you're gonna take a math class by Adam Layton, drop that shit instantly. He's a terrible math teacher. I hate him. Seems like a fun guy. Like he was nice in class and everything. Like he didn't make me want to like cry or anything like that. But like just you're a terrible teacher, dog. Like change your teaching style. Like fucking like actually teach stuff out of the book. Don't just make us read shit. I don't know. But he always talked about like Warzone. He was trying to like relate to the kids and stuff, all that, and he'd be like, "You guys play Warzone lately? He's like
Song?
playing Call of Duty?"
Oh, okay. Not the Yoko Ono song. Right?
No.
Okay.
Who listens to Yoko Ono, bro?
I don't know. I thought that that was him trying to relate to the students.
No, what the fuck?
Referencing Warzone.
Yeah, no, he'd always be like, "Yeah, I was playing Warzone last night, and I almost got a dub." And then no one, yeah, we'd all be like, and his cat would always be like he'd be teaching class, and his cat would just be like in front of the camera, like on his keyboard, and he would just wouldn't do anything. He'd be like petting it, and we'd be like, "Bro, you're literally in class right now. Like, get your fucking cat out of here."
My my organic chemistry professor has like a dog, and there's like several dogs and a cat or whatever, and so like occasionally he'll just stop and be like, "There's my dog," and like turn the camera and show us his dog.
So yeah, that's funny, but like this cat was literally like in front of the camera the entire class. It was like, and it was just standing there. It wasn't like sitting or anything. It was literally just standing there the entire time, and we're like, bruh. But yeah, so that was funny. I didn't even take my final in math. Like I was thinking like, I should probably take it just to be like courteous, and then like I was just like, no, like never mind.
I mean, why would that be any more courteous than like why specifically why is the final different?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or would it be?
I remember I did take like throughout like because like I stopped trying after like the second test. We had like 4 tests including the final. I stopped trying after like the second test. I still did take the third test though, and I took it like on like the balcony of like our frat, like my frat house, at like 6 a.m. because like we were doing like a bunch of frat shit that week, and I stayed the night at like the frat house, and I like took it at like the balcony, and like it was funny because there like you could hear like a bunch of workers like moving shit around in the background. Like there was a lot. It was on lockdown, so you're supposed to be like very focused. There's a lot of times where I would just like get up and like go somewhere, like go to the bathroom or like get water, and it would like flag me, and I'd just come back and I'd talk to the guy. I'd just be like, "Sorry, like, what are you gonna do? Give me a 0? Like, I don't give a fuck."
Yeah. What happens when it flags you? Does it like it tells you you're being flagged and you have to explain yourself or something?
Yeah, like that's typically what you do. Like it basically, if your face isn't like in the camera, it says like, "Oh, your face is gone," and it like flags your recording for the instructor, because it's supposed to be like, "Oh, he might be looking at something else and he might be cheating." But I was just like,
but then you like explain to the camera.
yeah, if you explain to the camera, then they'll like typically they'll watch it and be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, okay. I do this like for my only class that I have like a lockdown browser thing is organic chemistry for the quizzes and the exams, and I'll like talk to the camera the whole time. I think I talked about this before, but like I am really good at exams when I can like talk to somebody. Like I discovered that like
Really?
we had one exam where it's called Proctorio, our like proctoring site
Yeah.
extension thing, and it's like very similar to lockdown. I think you have the camera on and it tells you
It
to
monitors you
verify your
and
identity
shit, yeah.
stuff. So yeah, but it's like it shows you what it sees in a little window that you can drag around the screen. And so at the beginning of every test, it would like pop up and be like, "Hello," like I'd like say hi to it and be like, "All right, let's do this thing," and it like hypes me up, and then I like drag it to my favorite little corner of the screen,
Nice.
and then I like do the test and I read the question to it, and I explain myself, and so like the whole test I'm like talking like full volume,
Yeah.
and just doing stuff, yeah, just figuring out.
That's
the
pretty
problems that way.
interesting.
That really helped me. Yeah, it was like
You're able to figure out.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
I'm kind of gonna miss that when we're in person and there's like,
Maybe you should
you
like
have to
talk
meet
to your
with
teacher
someone.
and be like, "Can I take collaborative tests?"
Or not even collaborative, just go let me go in a closet and
Yeah.
take my test and let me talk to
Yeah, like let me
myself.
talk to myself.
Or
I don't know,
give
that's
me a,
yeah.
like give me a mirror. Just some like I need something to like I don't even need a response. I just need something to like talk to that looks like it's listening to me kind of. So, like
Yeah.
there was one quiz we took where he forgot to make it proctored. So
Mhm.
it just started and I was like, "Oh, like I missed my little guy that I could talk to."
Yeah, like talk to your professors next semester or something. I feel like that
Yeah.
could be like a strat.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
might like definitely for oh, I'm not taking chemistry next semester.
I've been done for probably about like 2 weeks now. Or not 2 weeks.
Done as in like done with finals?
Yeah, I've been done for probably like a week now. It ended
Okay,
like
a week.
my last final was like um my last final was probably like last Thursday or like 2 Thursdays ago. So like
2 Thursdays ago.
yeah, so like I had like two
All
weekends
of
ago.
last week.
I bet yeah. From like
Wow.
last like Saturday till like now I've been off basically.
Okay, that's even more than. Well, I don't know. I guess Anna had about the same thing. I thought it was like last week that you guys had your finals. But yeah, no, it was like the end of the week before. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know. It just my classes worked out like that. It was funny too because the same day that I like all the essay stuff went down. So I had a final that morning. I
Yeah.
mentioned that, but I had a final that morning, and I typically this class is always at. I might have mentioned this. I'm not sure when our last thing was, but I mentioned. I guess I didn't mention this because our last thing was like a couple weeks ago. But I had a final that morning, and this class is typically always at 9 a.m. Right? That's typically
Okay.
always when it starts, and so I figured, okay, it'll be at 9 a.m. And mind you, I hadn't gone to like the past two classes, so I didn't get the memo. But apparently, it started at 7:30. So I'm just like chilling, like I'm writing down like because these tests are open notes. This is for my material science class. Tests are
Yeah.
open notes, so I'm writing down like all my study material and like writing down all my notes for the test. And it's like 8:07 or something like that. And I'm in a group chat with like a couple people, like a couple of my friends from like my cohort in that
Yeah.
class. And my friend Devin, he like texts in the chat. He's like, "Fuck, I just woke up. Like, what happened?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Wait." And I go check the Zoom class, and I like enter the Zoom, and everyone is just like doing their test, like cameras on,
Yeah.
quiet, like everybody's just doing their test. I'm like, fuck, like no. And so I'm basically like 30 minutes late for this test, and it's like it's a final, so it's a cumulative test. Like
Yeah.
I was bugging, dude. I was like, holy shit. And somehow I was able to finish it. And I didn't do too
Wow.
well. I got like a 55 on it, but I had like an 86 in the class, so I only lost like 2 or 3 points off my
Yeah. So
grade.
like it was yeah.
So I still kept my
Your grade
B.
was your grade
It,
was
it
pretty
was
much
it was locked. It was like
solid,
locked in,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I did like absolute shit, but
Yeah.
I was just like, holy shit! Like I was like, I could have missed that entire thing because like
Oh
I
man.
checked like when the final was like due after like on like the assignment like on
Yeah.
Canvas, and it said it was due at 9:30. So if I had gone into the Zoom at 9, I would have 30 minutes to finish that final.
Uh,
I was bugging, dude. But like I finished it.
you had like two very close calls like in a row that
I
day.
know.
Like
I was
the
like,
essay
holy
and then the
shit. I was like,
class.
oh my god.
You had two moments where you're like, "Oh my goodness."
I could have
Like,
fucked up pretty bad. But
wow.
someone was watching out for me. So
Yeah.
thanks
Yeah, that's
whoever.
great.
Thanks whoever that was.
It terrifies me when that happens when it's like you don't know about something and then somebody just you like sometimes I'll casually just decide I'll check my group me notifications
Yeah.
like right now. I've skipped a bunch of them in the last few days.
Yeah.
I'll check and then learn something new that I didn't know that's like happening. And it just terrifies me
And
because
it's like
like
the
what
perfect timing and you're like, what like
yeah, it's like there's no way that this just happens every time. So like what have I missed out of, out of the ones that I've seen, how many more have there been that I haven't?
yeah.
It's just
And you're also
pretty
just like what what sort of like thing in the universe like dictates like you're gonna see this like at just the right time so you don't
Yeah,
miss it? You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
insane because like there was no reason. Usually, there's no reason why I decide to check like the group
it's literally
meetings.
just a whim.
It's just
Yeah.
like it's like I haven't checked it in a while. I mean, I kind of feel guilty for like not participating or whatever. I'll check it now or whatever. And it's like, wow, there's some really important information like a day before I need it, or like
Yeah.
right when I need it. And
Yeah.
it's very weird because it's like I wonder if it's probably just confirmation bias.
I
Like
don't know. Yeah.
it's a coincidence, but think of all the times that. What would the opposite of that be like? So you get information right when you need it. Think about all the times you haven't gotten information when you need it.
True.
But that's what scares me. It's like, okay, but how many times has that happened? It's like something helpful comes up and I just totally miss it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what like happened to me during finals. So hopefully you don't miss any of your shit.
I've had one so far. I had my archaeology final today. In the morning.
Archaeology. That's
Yeah.
dope.
That's my last like gen ed class.
Nice. Yeah.
And it's also I took it because it's also satisfying the diversity requirement
Yeah.
that we have to have.
Yeah, we have to have like a global studies, like humanities, and then like
Yeah.
culture.
Oh, so those are like your three categories.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like this. It's like, yeah, yeah. What is it? Humanities and society, or yeah, we have like the same thing. But then we also have like one of those has to include a diversity emphasis.
Word.
And apparently archaeology does.
Yeah, the one that I took, it qualified a culture and humanities. I took like history of dance. I think I talked about that last semester.
Yeah.
That was a dope class. Teacher
Fun.
was super cool too. He was like the teacher that taught that he's like a professional like breakdancer. like actually
Wow.
like he talked to us about like his experience. He would travel like all across the world like breakdancing and like working with like actual celebrities. He worked with like J-Lo and like a bunch of people. He traveled like Japan and like Switzerland. Apparently Switzerland has a really big like hip hop scene, like this underground.
Wait, it's like a covert, like secret.
No, it's just like it's just sort of like not very popular. It's just sort of like
okay.
it's like a cult type of deal. Not like cult, not like actual cult, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean, like a cult movie.
Yeah. Like if you know type of deal.
Yeah. That's interesting. I did not know that. That's so you have like an actual professional teach the class.
Yeah.
Like
and he'd like show us dance moves and stuff, and he'd be like, all right, like at the beginning of every class, he'd be like, all right, everybody get up, turn on your cameras, and like he wouldn't make us, but he'd like, if you want to like turn on your cameras, and we'd get up, and he'd be like, all right, I'm gonna show you how to do some dance moves, and it was fun. It was like super cool.
That's engaging.
Shout out Anthony Denaro,
Yeah.
What's his fuck? He has like I should have followed him on Instagram. I forget his like Instagram handle, but it's like Tony something.
We're
I'll
popularizing all these people with our.
I'll figure it out, and I'll try to put it in the description if I remember. But yeah,
we'll give him millions of or lots of publicity.
Oh yeah, our 11 subscribers, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty sick. I don't know if I mentioned this either, but I'm planning on doing a fashion minor.
Yeah, you mentioned it before. We talked about it.
So I'm taking a fashion construction class next semester. Should be like sewing and shit. I'm pretty hyped about that.
Nice, that's cool.
But yeah, that's all. That's really for me for the past like couple weeks. Anything about you?
Yeah, I mean, so I've been hanging out with people more now that I'm vaccinated. So like, I know more of the people in my hall.
I just got my first vaccine literally like at 12 today. So
nice, congratulations. So like I know the people in my hall more, and we've been doing like some movie nights, or not movie, like we watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier every Friday, and then obviously that ended recently. So that now we've just been doing occasionally like random. Oh no, now we're doing the Bad Batch every Friday because that's like.
Yeah, dude, I was watching like the final season of Clone Wars the other day.
Yeah.
Bad Batch is pretty cool. Like the leader is so obviously a Rambo ripoff. It's so funny.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and he doesn't even have any. Like, there's not really any. He doesn't have like a super power. He's just what has like heightened senses or
Yeah,
something.
he's just like
So
fucking.
he's literally just like the Rambo, like that guy.
Yeah.
He's just leader dude.
All right, I just found his Instagram. His Instagram is why not ism. So YNOTISM. He's
So
dope.
it did have Tony in it.
Yeah.
It was just changed
Backwards.
to backwards, right?
Yeah. He's dope. He's a dope teacher. If you ever get a chance to meet him or whatever, and you're at ASU, do it. He's
He
pretty
just got
sick.
11 new followers.
Boom. There you go.
Done. Welcome.
But yeah.
But yeah, so we've been watching stuff and like hanging out, like getting food and stuff. And actually last night I had
Like people in your hall, like actual new people,
What do you mean?
like new friends, not like
Oh
people
yes,
you knew
like
before.
actual people, yeah, new friends. But
That's sick.
then also last night we did a jam session because there's a piano on the second floor of my building,
That's
and
dope.
somebody else who plays the piano that we've been talking about doing a jam session forever, and so he brought his keyboard down there, so we had two keyboards, and we just invited some other people. Like somebody was on guitar. Those were the only three instruments, but we just like found random songs that have like 3 chords and then just played them through and just like jammed out.
That's pretty
It's
sick.
pretty fun.
Yeah, it's dope. But yeah,
I'm thinking that was kind of the last like fun activity that I'll do before I leave, because I've got my two finals on the last day are the two finals that I have to do it's one of them is linear algebra, and even though I've gotten like almost 100% on every exam and like every assignment, I still have to get like a 70 to get an A in the class, which is a little weird to me, but so I have to do decently well on that one, and then my physics.
which you will. I mean,
we'll see.
For those of you
that's
that
why I'm saying, like, I gotta study. I gotta put in the work for it. So.
But you will. I mean, for those of you that aren't aware, the only reason that me and Daniel know each other is because I asked him my sophomore year in high school to tutor me in math.
That's not the only reason. We knew each other before that.
Not really though. I mean, like we knew who each other were.
How did you even ask me to tutor?
Like we were in class together, and I just noticed that you were getting like hundreds on all your tests, and I was like, "Fuck, I need someone to help me out." So I was like, "Hey, Daniel," and I was like, "Yeah," or you were like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Would you mind tutoring me?" And you were like, "I mean, yeah, I could do it for service hours." And then it's all history from there.
I didn't. All right, that's interesting. I didn't remember at all how that
So,
started.
yeah.
But yeah.
That's how me and Daniel became friends. So Daniel tutored me in math literally like all of high school. The only reason I like even passed math was because of Daniel.
Oh, that's not true.
Especially in Calc BC.
Also, well, hold on, retakes. I mean, come on.
Okay. And if Walls
retakes
didn't offer retakes, I would have failed. I would have failed 100%. Except Calc 3. Like Calc 3, I kind of got my shit together during Calc 3. I remember there was a couple tests where I actually got like 85. I remember I even got like a 95 on one test first try.
Yeah, nice.
And I was really proud about that one. But yeah.
That class was fun. I mean,
I like Calc
feel
3
like
way better
yeah. Oh, really?
than Calc 2. I think Calc 3 is way more fun and just like easier to understand.
Yeah, I got the same feeling. Like it was less learning. I mean, yeah, Calc BC was just a lot of differentiation and integration, like learning how to do all of it.
And you don't use any of it.
Like, yeah, it was like Calc 3 was like applying like a subset of that stuff to like physical problems and other stuff, which was cool. But I mean, the retakes, I feel like if there weren't retakes though, you wouldn't have, like it would have just transferred to doing better on the first one. Like everyone started to count on the retakes after a year of knowing that they were always going to be there.
Yeah.
Just, like retakes were the first try was this practice. It was the study guide for the retake, right? So
yeah, I feel like I really wouldn't have. I feel like I wouldn't have gotten as good of a grasp as I have though. Because like
without the retakes,
and even saying that, like I still don't have like a good grasp, but like I would have even less of a grasp because I would literally just be like, I'd just be memorizing stuff at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah,
what my sister said she did. Like she took Calc AB. She said like when
yeah.
she was in math, she would just memorize for the week and then forget it the next.
Yeah. You know what?
I actually tried to like understand stuff though.
Yeah, right. It frustrates me because I really did try to understand stuff, and I did understand it, and like I don't really remember what a Taylor polynomial is now, or
It's
like
because it
how
doesn't
to do
matter.
it.
Like
But
it doesn't
does
matter.
it,
Like if you're
does
not
it
a math
never?
major,
Well, I mean, but but does it never annoy you that like you forget that stuff? You know, because I really enjoyed learning it, and it was fun to know what that was. But like, I don't know how to do a left or a middle or a right Riemann sum anymore, and I feel like I should. And it just irritates me because like
like
it's
I get
just
what
kind
you're
of gone.
saying, but at the same time, it's like you can go on there's calculators for everything these days. I don't know. It's just like
Yeah, but that also it's kind of like I don't want to cheat. It feels like cheating. It's like I want to be able to like know
true,
how to do like
true.
intuitively or not intuitively, but like I want to be able to know my stuff and be able to tackle like problems even if they never happen. It's just like I think about that and like some parts of that class that I no longer remember. And it's just like, man,
Yeah, but live and let die, I guess.
I guess you got to prioritize some things.
Um,
But like I can still differentiate and integrate pretty well. Like I don't really remember a lot of the integration identities for like arcsine and arctangent
yeah,
and like
because
second
when are you
for
ever
grades
gonna
one.
fucking use those? Like, what does an arc sine look like on a graph? What's the second derivative of an arc sine on a graph? Like, fuck, I don't know. Like, when am I gonna? Like, I'm not gonna be in my material science job building a house out of a 3D printer, and they're gonna be like, wait, what's the second derivative of an arc sine on a graph?
Yeah, but I mean, but you might have to use something similar to solve a physical problem that you're encountering with in engineering the
Then
thing.
I'll figure it out with my team. Like, I don't know. It's just like,
Well, yeah, right. But it's just like you might have to do it, and so it's just I would like to be able to remember all that stuff. But
true.
I guess it's true that you only really remember that kind of thing if you need to, or if you're like if you're doing math or if you're constantly refreshing it and
Yeah.
stuff. Um,
You got any
I
plans
guess as
for
long as you
the?
know how to do like I know what a Riemann sum is,
Yeah.
and I know like what a Taylor polynomial does,
I
but I
think
just don't
like
remember the
that.
form of it or
I think that's enough because like as long as you like are aware of it, I feel like
yeah.
I don't think you need to know the exacts. I think it's like as long as you learned the exacts and you remember exactly like what it was, then you
Yeah.
have the tools to be able to go back and like learn it like just look at it again and be like, okay, that's right. Like that's
Yeah,
you
because
know
I
what I
guess
mean?
if I realized, hey, this I could figure this out with a Taylor polynomial, I could just look up the
It's like
form of a
muscle
Taylor
memory,
polynomial.
but for your
Yeah, exactly.
brain.
Yeah.
You got any plans for the summer?
Yeah. Not concrete, I don't think, but like I'm probably gonna get a job or try to
Yeah.
maybe. And playing my concerto with the community college orchestra next week actually.
Oh, word.
Um, yeah.
I want to go to that. Let me know.
Okay, yeah, I'll send. I think it's going to be totally virtual, but it's going to be live and also recorded. So I'll try to remember to either send you the link, like the invitation to the live thing, or the recording afterward, or whatever.
All right, yeah, bet.
This will be fun. Like it's probably not going to be great, just because like
Yeah, but still.
community orchestra. We haven't had that many rehearsals and stuff, but at least I know my part pretty well, and hopefully we can get it together in this next
Yeah,
week. But
I'm sure you
it'll
got it.
it'll be fun. It'll be
I'm
a
sure you
fun
got
thing
it.
to watch probably.
Yeah.
What
Well,
about you?
where do you think you're gonna work? Or do you got any ideas?
I don't know. Like, I'd like to work somewhere that does, some STEM thing, but I know it's
Get a
unlikely that
job
I'll
at like
actually.
Guitar Center or something.
Well, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, I would do STEM or music. That actually sounds fun. But
Yeah.
like if it was, I probably won't get a job like doing engineering or or anything in my field. But if I could get a job at a place that's
Like
in my
close.
field and do like data entry or something
That'd be
stupid that
dope. Yeah.
doesn't really involve it, but like I still just get to be there. That would be cool.
I uh I just applied to like yesterday, last night, I applied to Best Buy and I
Oh.
applied to the city of Scottsdale
Oh, cool.
because I was talking to Nestor, and he works at city of Scottsdale, so
Yeah.
he said he might be able to like, get me in there as
Nice. Yeah, I
a
think
leader for
Logan.
like the summer
You know,
camp and stuff.
yeah. Okay. You know Logan
Yeah,
from high school. Yeah, I think he does. Or he also works for the city of
there's a lot of
Scottsdale.
people that work for the city of Scottsdale.
Yeah, it seems fun. Seems like a good job for
It's like decent pay and
people.
it's not the hardest work ever. So
Yeah, like you can work for the train park, which sounds fun.
yeah,
Like I know Logan did that for a while.
I like to work like with kids. I don't know why. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's easy for me. I don't know. It's because like they respect me or something. But
Yeah.
I've worked at like a scout camp. I've worked at a bunch of different like camps and stuff. And it's always nice because when you're like a leader, and I think it's cool when like the kids like up to you and they'll be like
Yeah.
Foster. Oh.
Yeah. Like I do camp invention every
Yeah.
year. I'm a counselor there, and
Yeah.
that's always fun. 'Cause, you just like, and actually the last 2 years that I did it, I had like the same group of kids. So I was like with the second graders one year, and I had this one group of kids, and they were awesome. And then the next year I got put in the third grade group, and it was like 90% of the same kids, so they all
And you're
knew
like,
me immediately. And I remembered them. I was like, yeah, it was awesome. And then there were like a lot of
yeah,
like, and they're so sweet too. There's always like the really, really sweet kids who are like
yeah.
super nice and quiet. And
I
like one kid named Gavin, who's a legend. He gave me lollipops at the end of the camp both years
nice.
in a row, like from C's Candies. I was like, oh my goodness.
Shout out
He's like,
Gavin.
yeah, the sweetest, like quietest little kid. He's like really nice.
Yeah,
And he's really smart too. He's my kind of kid.
it's
Just
dope.
sticks to himself. So,
I've got some ideas for summer. One thing that I really want to do is like my goal for the summer. I want to build a table, like from scratch.
Okay.
Like I want to build a table like myself.
why a table?
I don't know. It's just like a table slash like desk. I don't know why. It's just
Yeah.
like in my head. It's like because I'm really focusing on like accomplishing things, like actually like committing to my goals and like accomplishing like long term stuff. So
Yeah.
in my head, it's like that's not something that's too difficult, from what I understand, and it'll like it'll prove to myself that like I can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to build a table.
Like out of wood and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like varnish it and make it look nice and shit.
Yeah.
Um,
That's cool.
I got some other ideas and stuff like that. I want to like try and maybe learn how to like code a little bit, maybe like learn how to write some programs and stuff, just like basic
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
I actually want to sell like a lot of my sneakers, actually,
Oh wow.
because
Why?
I like this past year, like I didn't bring like nearly all my sneakers to college, right? And
Yeah.
I realized like even the ones that I did bring, like I wasn't wearing all of them like at all.
Yeah.
I was only wearing like a couple, like a rotation, you know what I mean? And I realized
Yeah,
like
right.
I just have way too many like shoes that I don't wear. So like I think I'm gonna sell a lot of them and like take the money and like buy like 3 or 4 pairs of shoes that like I really like that are like maybe a
Yeah.
little more expensive, but like I'm gonna wear all the time.
That's a good. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
I mean, yeah, like you have the collection, and now it's
yeah.
like you can invest it in
Yeah.
even
Like I
nicer,
have
exclusive collection.
yeah, I have like my Jordan 1s that I wear all the time, the blue ones.
Yeah.
Like those are super dope. I wear those all the time. I'm gonna keep those, but I want to get like a pair of Jordan 4s, specifically like the Motorsport Jordan 4s, which are basically just like white and blue ones, but they're so dope. I like blue a lot. Blue's my preferred color, so
Sounds fun. Yeah. I mean,
Like-
so like I've this whole year I've been like writing down things that I want to do over the summer. Like
Yeah.
not as like like not like big things like a job or anything, but like what you were talking about, like just things you want to try or things you want to do. I was actually thinking one of the weirder ones is I want to try and either theoretically or actually design a mobility scooter for Nero, the mud skipper.
oh really?
Like I was thinking, my first thought was I just randomly was like, could you make a hamster ball for a mud skipper? And I think the answer is no, because it'd have to have water in it, so it'd
Mhm.
always be bottom heavy, and it would be unlikely that he would.
He has enough weight to move it.
Yeah, it'd be a challenge. Also, he'd have a limited air supply, and that's never
Yeah.
good. You couldn't put
Yeah.
holes in it. So then I was like, okay, you can't put holes in you can't have it be a ball and put holes in it because it
You
would
gonna make like a
eventually.
little scooter that you can
Yeah,
like
so I was thinking like,
control.
what if you had like a little tank and then or like a shredded, like an arm. I was gonna say, what if you have a little tank and you put a tank on top of it? What if you had like a little remote controlled car that was the first tank, and then you put
Yeah.
a little tank on top of it with a mesh top and then some water in the bottom, and that would be where he would go. Then I was thinking, well, how would he control it? And my answer was maybe you have like some optical sensors either below the tank looking up through the sea transparent floor, or on top of it looking down, and like depending on where he goes in the tank is what direction the car goes, and then maybe he would even be able to figure out how to
Like
control
learn.
it, like learn that if he goes to this side it'll, or if he goes over here it'll go there, and if he goes the other
That
way
would
it'll
be
go the other
dope if
way.
you could actually do that. Then
Yeah,
you just got
I
like a
feel like
mud
this,
skipper like roaming around your
yeah,
house in like
just
a
like,
motorized
just a
vehicle.
mud skipper.
Someone like walks in and Nero just sort of like comes out of like the hallway and they're like, "What the fuck?" You're like, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
that's
thinking like
Nero."
Minion from Megamind
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
gorilla suit.
That's
So that was,
hilarious.
I feel like it's probably not a great idea to. I would want to like perfect a design and like actually have it totally ready before I
Before
tested it,
you
because
test
I
it
don't
on
want to
him, yeah.
stress Nero out. Uh, but like
That
I
would be
think it'd
hilarious.
be very cool if it could make that work. And I think Nero is smart enough to figure that kind of thing
From what
out.
you've told me and from what like I've seen about him, like I think he probably is too, honestly.
Yeah, like he recognizes people and he knows what it means when I do certain things after a very short amount of time, and he's like,
Yeah.
he learns very quickly. So I think if he was in like a circular tank and he got over his like anxiety over being transferred into it and like what was going on, he might be, and then he like walked to one side and he started
Yeah.
to see his surroundings move the opposite direction. I
Mhm.
think he could, and then he, if he moved around and learned that his surroundings would do whatever he did,
Yeah.
I feel like he could figure it out.
I also want to start. I want to start building custom keyboards.
Ooh.
I need to learn. I need to learn how to solder. But after I learn how to solder, I'll probably make my own, and then from there, if I'm like good enough, I want to even try like making it like a kind of like a business, where I'm like, where I can like I'll like make a custom keyboard for you, and like it'll be like really personalized, and like we'll like get on
Yeah.
Discord together or something, and like I'll like go through all like the websites that have the parts, and like we'll like I'll, like have you like pick out your parts, and I'll explain like how like each part is different, and then like we'll buy them together, and then like I'll build it for you, and you can even like sit in on the process if you want, and then like yeah, I feel like that could be
That
dope.
sounds cool.
It could be
So
even like
what,
it could be
like,
pretty lucrative too. Like I'll probably make like $60-$70 off each like commission.
yeah.
They're kind of
And so, like,
expensive.
what,
They're probably like I think they're probably like for my price, if I'm like charging like $60 plus, it'll probably be anywhere from like $230 to like $300 probably for like a custom keyboard. But that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's like a sort of
yeah.
a luxury item.
So like a custom keyboard is like,
Fully
it's just,
custom, like your own like personalized case. Like I mean not personalized. I mean you have to get like laser etched, but like your own, like your chosen case, like chosen PCB, chosen switches, chosen keycaps. You know, the whole
so could
nine
you
yards.
choose like the arrangement of keys and everything,
Yeah,
like whatever you want?
like
Cool.
you
Could
can
you
choose your
add?
size and stuff.
Would you be restricted to normal key functions, or would it be like you could make up a key that does something new?
Well, yeah, you can do that like just on your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like yeah, like that. You can do that. You can make like peripherals that are like you've seen those like single key like USB things, you know what I mean? For like people that like play Osu or something like that. Osu uses like two keys. I don't know what it is, but people will make like it's like they actually like sell them. It's like you plug it into your computer through like a USB, and it's just like two keys that like
Oh yeah, yeah.
you press, and it's like so you can make stuff like that. And then like in terms of like keyboard layout, like you can't really customize that too much. You can get different sizes, so like there's like micro keyboards and there's full size keyboards and there's like 70% and like all that stuff, and they all have different like layouts in terms of like some don't have function keys, sometimes some don't have a numpad, some don't have arrow keys, some don't have like some are literally just like the main like letters, some don't have like a number bar on top.
Yeah.
Like so yeah, it can get pretty custom, and then like all your like your own switches that you choose and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Like I think
a neat idea.
I think it could be cool if I get doing it.
Yeah, that's nice.
I want to buy a Kanabo. You know what a Kanabo is?
No.
It's like it's one of those like old like medieval weapons. It's like a bat with like all the metal studs in it. You seen
That's
those?
what it is?
Yeah.
Why is it called a kanabo?
I don't know. It's just what it's called. Those things are destructive, man. I watched this one video. This guy like split a cinder block in half with one. He's like got this new Kanabo. I'm gonna test it out. And he pulls out a cinder block. You just one swing.
Would you like go around destroying stuff, or would you like practice like?
Yeah, I don't know. Just go around hitting shit.
Yeah.
You hide under my bed. Intruder comes in, just split his head open. Fucking bah. Yeah, I don't know.
Like Negan from The Walking Dead or something.
Kinda.
Baseball bat.
Instead of nails, it's just metal studs, and it's like pure blunt force. That'd be sick. But yeah, other than that, I want to like get a sewing machine too. I have all these. I literally have like a notes in my app or my phone. It's things I want to spend my money on. It's like sewing machine, hockey jersey, Kanabo, custom keyboard. Nice. I want a nice watch, like a nice watch, but those are like thousands of dollars. And like a nice fitted hat. I want to get like a nice fitted hat.
Ooh, I love that kind of like I would love a really like awesome watch, but I don't think I would wear it. Like I don't think I could pull off wearing any kind of watch.
You don't think so? I think you could.
No, I mean I wear t-shirts and shorts every day, so like don't you? I mean, you kind of need to have long sleeves with a watch, right?
No.
Or at least, no. I mean, okay. I don't think it would work for me, but
I think you could do it. I think you could do it.
All right, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I probably wouldn't. It would take me a while to like remember to.
Maybe I can try and like remake your wardrobe this summer, Daniel. We could go. We can go thrifting together.
Okay.
I can pick out some pieces for you.
I am always up for getting like hats and like blazers and like suit jackets,
yeah,
like
let's
any kind of like fancy. Like,
let's get jobs and let's ball out and get some new clothes.
Okay.
Let's go to like Goodwill and shit.
Yeah.
Like the bins. Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh yeah. Bins.
Fucking. We're at like 48 right now. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Yeah, we talked about it a lot.
Well, I was just gonna say like, just on the note of like clothing and stuff. Like if I'm ever at a job where you have to wear, or like it's like the type of job where you wear like a suit and stuff.
Yeah.
I will. Legitimately, I would wear like multicolored suits.
That'd be
that's
sick.
my dream.
That'd
My dream
sick.
outfit, like not fancy, but like my dream like business outfit is like not just black suits, but like different colors with cool color combinations.
Yeah, it'll be a little more interesting. That'd be dope. That'd be sick.
I just love the look of like a nice outfit.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
Interesting colors.
Suits are timeless too. You can never go wrong with like a nice suit.
Yeah.
Suits always look good.
That's my ultimate outfit.
There's this one anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and they did like they do a bunch of this anime does a bunch of collabs with like a bunch of different things. They did like a collab with like Gucci. They did a collab with like this like Japanese watch company. But they did a collab with like a suit company too, and they have like custom made suits based off of like the characters, and they're actually really nice. They're not like weeby at all. They're actually like super nice suits, and you're like,
wait,
whoa.
This is like a live action thing?
No, it's like it's an anime. It's a cartoon.
It's animated, but they like designed the suits and put them in the show.
No, they're real life.
Oh, wait, what?
They're like real suits that you can buy, and they're like based off the characters in the show.
Ah, all right, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Yeah.
I mean,
A
all
lot
right.
happened.
Audience question, poll time. Do you want us to do for summer? This is like we said it's the quasi semi or season finale because we were thinking
Yeah.
about. Do you want us to do? Do you want us to continue trying to do weekly, even though we haven't really been doing weekly? But we'll probably have more time in the summer, so we might be able to do it a little bit better. But do you want us to do weekly during the summer, or do you want us to do monthly? We're still gonna do like updates over the summer, but we're planning on only doing monthly. But if you want us to do weekly, let us know in the comments below. Yeah,
Yeah.
weekly or monthly.
There we go. But for now, this is the season finale.
This is the season. This is
It's
year
the
one.
recent-
Year one in
yeah,
the
year
books.
one finale.
Year one finale.
Yep.
But yeah.
Pretty good year. I mean, yeah. Do we have any like
What would you rate your first college year out of 10?
out of 10? What's 10?
Like it was
Or
everything
10.
it was everything you expected and more, and like you had such a great time. And you're so excited for next year.
I guess 7 or 8. I think.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably rate mine like a 6 or a 7, but like
Okay.
not in the way of like it was everything I expected. It's just like I learned a lot about myself this year. Like I learned a lot about myself this year, and I learned a lot about what it means to like be on your own, and I learned a lot about time management and like staying on top of your schedule, and just I learned a lot. I learned a lot about like not only just school, about life, about myself, about people around me. And I'm really excited for next year because it's gonna be in person.
Yeah.
In terms of like the actual school experience, if we're strictly talking school, like college, I'd say it's probably like a 4 for me. But
Okay.
through everything, like I appreciate everything that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so like I think mine was kind of like my just pure school experience was probably like an 8 or a 9 maybe. Like I enjoyed all of my classes except physics, and even physics I enjoy. I just was predisposed to not like it because I didn't do well on that first exam, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like love-hate relationship with that. But
Mhm.
otherwise I've like had fun in all of my classes. Even though sometimes it's annoying, but most of the time I enjoy it. And then over like the other parts, like yeah, I learned a lot of stuff about like like you said, time management, living independently, kind of, and just doing my own thing. Really, the biggest thing that took away from the score was just not really having as much of an opportunity to hang out with people like every day. Like the part of high school where you're always in class with people and you're always exposed to people all the time. That's the stuff that I miss. So that's why like overall it's probably like 7 or 8. Like good, but there's room for improvement.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Here's to next year.
Yep. To next year. Thank you, audience, for sticking with us
Through
especially this semester.
through the little hiatuses and all that.
Yes. We appreciate you a loyal few
Yeah.
who are part of our audience.
Definitely. All right, cool. Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye.